When they say curate your life, set up your vision board, they do not tell you how to do that. They ask you to dream big, but how to achieve these dreams, you do not know. Hello, my name is Noura. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me. Today I will tackle a subject that I've seen thrown here and there, and it is addressed properly before, but I've never seen it addressed in a concise, digestible way. So I decided to start this series about leveling up and how to glow up and achieve your version of success stories. I will share my version and you decide how to do your version, of course. Fair warning though, it'll take time. Success cannot be bought in the stores. Please grab a snack, have a drink, and join me in understanding the basics about leveling up and setting goals in 20 minutes based on years of attending personal development seminars and reading self-help books. When they say curate your life, set up your vision board, they do not tell you how to do that. They ask you to dream big, but how to achieve these dreams, you do not know. And what I liked someone to tell me when I was in my early 20s is that those dreams can be cut into smaller chunks that are called goals. So a dream is a big, vague, sweet picture, while a goal is a bite size of that dream. That it's a step towards that bigger goal, bigger dream. For setting goals, usually people will tell you dream big and have the biggest goal that you can achieve, and in all honesty you cannot achieve much because of the limited time we have on this earth. So what I like to do from a personal point of view is that I would actually go till the end of my life and just imagine that my life is a tapestry and look at different aspects of it, from a financial aspect, career-wise, family-wise, spirituality, all different, mental health, everything, and just have my dreams. And the difference between a dream and a goal is that dream is big and it's sweet, while a goal is more measurable, achievable. It has to be specific, it has to be realistic and timely, and that's what differentiates a goal from a dream. And then to add to that, you need to use something called SMART framework, where a goal has to be addressed, like scope of that goal, and then you look at the quality that you want to achieve this goal in, and then the cost, either cost in money or time. Most goals have to be high in one of these three, one of the three elements, either large scope and then you have to compromise on quality and cost, or smaller cost, higher quality, but the time or money is not there. So if you look at it like a donut, for example, and you increase one part, the two parts would suffer. You have to be realistic, and you have to know at the beginning of any goal that's addressed what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not willing to sacrifice with. If equality is the most important thing, maybe the scope has to be smaller to achieve better quality. And you can see it in, for example, starting a new beauty brand. They start with 2-3 products to achieve quality. The scope is limited, the quality would be good or like medium or excellent, and then the cost has to be budgeted within the a specific target, like who you want this product to be bought by. And most goals are like this. Like if you think of any goal that you want to achieve in a similar way, you can achieve it. You can set point A and point B. Maybe you do not know how to go from point A to point B, but you have to try and you have to fail several times to achieve that, and that's totally fine. That's okay. Without trials, without those errors, we will not be able to achieve anything. An example is starting a beauty brand. You see a lot of smaller brands start with 2 to 3 products, and that's because they want to start with a smaller scope so they can deliver better quality with a reasonable cost. And this is how you should look at your goals. Start with a smaller goal, see how you can achieve it, and then build on your own success. You will not achieve everything from the first go. You will not achieve the big next YouTube channel just by starting with one video. You will not achieve the best successful company just by starting with one project. You will need to build up and try and fail. And just one last warning. Usually we have those bigger dreams of becoming the next Elon Musk or the next Steve Jobs or whatnot. And although those are great stories and we get inspiration from, those are not realistic goals. They themselves did not expect to have that success, and they have some leverages that most people have no access to. So what I would like to say is that always have realistic, measurable, achievable goals that can be specific and achieved on a timely manner. When I'm 90-year-old, I want to look back, hopefully more than 90, but I want to look back and see my life filled with those little success stories that when you look from the outside, it's shiny. When you look from inside, I would see all the hard work and all the little failures that led to that story. The next thing would be a plan. You have to have a guide to achieve that goal. When you go to see a doctor, for example, because this is what comes from my life, when you see a doctor, you present them your problem. They will ask you about your goals of achieving resolution of that problem, and then they will give you a plan. Like, I want to clear acne. Why do you want to clear acne? Because I want to have healthy looking skin. Then this is the prescription and this is the treatment plan, and it'll take 2 to 3 months to achieve that healthy looking skin. And that's an example. Just so planning is a big part of goal setting, and going through life, life would never follow your plan, and you have to be prepared for it, to have a plan when the plan fails. I think that's one of the most important lessons that growing up would teach you, that you never have a straight line, and life is never a straight trajectory towards your bigger dreams. It's just another failure, and there will be setbacks, and there will be learning, and there will be a lot of hurdles to overcome. Just follow through with your plan and go back, reset, just reassess everything, and then move forward. time. Every story takes time, and even watching a movie that's a story, it'll take time. Please be patient with yourself. For example, achieving a college degree, most colleges will have 3 to 5 years to achieve, and during this time you'll have to devour huge amounts of information and learn your way through it, and have some failures and setbacks and all of that. Please be patient and know that nothing of value comes quickly. Success stories do not happen overnight, and those that happen overnight usually disappear just as fast. An important aspect of achieving any goal is understanding yourself, understanding human behavior and psychology. We all come with a baggage, we all come with limiting beliefs, with assumptions, with lumps and bumps for traumas and whatnot, with addictions, all kinds of addictions. For me, it was social media, everything. The most important thing is to understand that those assumptions, those limiting beliefs are not true. Your younger self has a lot of, my younger self had a lot of traumas and had a lot of baggage and had a lot of weight to be carried around, and I had to work with psychologists, several ones, till I found someone that I trust and work with. I never associate, for example, my failures to myself. That's one of the things that I learned. Assumptions about, everyone can do it, but I cannot do it. I'm not smart enough. I'm not tenacious enough. I don't have the resources to achieve these goals. All of these were limiting beliefs. Some are true, but can be changed, and that's the thing that we need to reassess. I wouldn't say every time, but every time we reach a success or we reach a hurdle, we need to reassess our assumptions. Like, why I cannot solve this problem? Is it inherently difficult problem to solve, or do I have something limiting me from achieving the resolution I want? That will come with experience, that comes with age, that comes with reading a lot of books and talking to a lot of psychologists. So my advice to you and to myself is just to be gentle. Unfortunately, I am someone who failed a lot. I failed in relationships, I failed in family, friendships, I failed exams, I failed, you name it, health-wise. And I don't think that I'm the only one when I say that. I don't think that anyone didn't experience failure in some way. And in all honesty, without failure, we would never know success. Failure is very, very painful, and it's an extreme, bitter kind of experience to go through, and leaves a mark on your soul. And when you have anxiety, that sensation is on steroids. At the beginning, with my first failures in life, I was devastated, I would say. I didn't know how to deal with it. I was ashamed. I felt guilty. But with time, you learn to dissociate yourself from those results. Everything is external. Failure or success, it's not related to your self-worth. You learn, and you learn the lessons. You reassess what you fell short in. You go through it again and try again from different perspective. Try different methods. You will succeed. And if you try again and you didn't succeed, maybe that's not the right thing. You will try something else. all these valuable lessons will not come without failure. And believe me, be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself. Everyone go through their fair share of failures. The most important thing is how to deal with them, and to accept the sadness, and to allow yourself to feel that pain. I always allow myself a week or two after every failure to have that feeling, to wallow, to just recover and convalesce from the experience, and then I will move on my own timing. There are a lot of great teachers outside and psychologists to work with, and that had helped me immensely. I wanted to mention a few books to start with, and I think any level up story would start with a book or with a video. And although I don't have any videos to recommend, I have few books to start with. And I do not necessarily agree with the writers of these books, but I think they offer good advice and they offer good starting point to begin your journey of this success. I think the first mention would be Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life. As I said, sometimes you do not agree with the writer on everything, but the lessons that he mentions here, biological or psychological, are very important. The second book I wanted to talk about is Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I said that before, and I will say it again. There are no unique stories usually in these books, but to have different perspective, even of the same story from different writers, will have its own impression on you, and similar to studying to an exam. That's my experience. Studying for an exam from different sources actually gives you better advantage when it comes to answering. So yeah, that's my advice, is that sometimes reading the same stories repeatedly is boring, but it teaches you something, and every writer would point you towards a different point of view that you didn't realize before. The next book is very controversial. Believe me, this is a new book. It arrived like this, but I have a different version of it that I left, unfortunately, in a different country. With the quality of the papers here is not good, but I digress. This is Power, and the 48 Laws of Power, by Robert Greene. This is a very controversial book, a book that's banned in prisons and in different libraries. It's very controversial because it teaches you about human psychology and what not to do. That's when the people miss the point of Robert Greene. Understanding yourself and understanding the shadow side, the dark side of yourself, and of the ulterior motives of the person in front of you would give you an advantage. And this is what I'm saying, that leveling up in life will come with its own set of challenges, and understanding yourself and the person in front of you is part of life. The last book is a very dear book, and it's mostly like a personal story of the writer. It's Chris Hadfield, Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth. It's just... this is a book about how life can take you through different directions, and although at the end of it you will achieve that goal that you set yourself to have since you were a child, which is his story, His life trajectory is similar to what I was saying previously. Life would never take you in a straight line to that goal. It'll present itself in different ways and different challenges, and you will set your heart on something and life would not give it to you, and then you would look back and you say, thank you, life, for not giving me what I wanted initially, because I got something better. And this is what I loved from this book. So it's a good read. Those are not necessary for your level up or glow up. But I think if I were to start over again, this is what I would start with. Rumi says, let the beauty of what you love be what you do. And filming these videos is what I love, and I want it to be what I do. Leveling up, glow up, achieving your goals, achieving your dreams is never simple. And I know a 20-minute video will never be the answer of it all. This is just the basics, and this is just a simplified, digestible answer, in my opinion. I hope I can help, and if I help one person, that would mean so much. Please stay tuned for the next video out of this series, and it will be about financial glow up. Till next week, thank you for hanging out with me.